Rudolph stays in the shotgun at the Miami 26. Gets the snap. 5-man rush. Throws the pass to the left sideline. It's pulled in!
Touchdown!
Touchdown! JuJu Smith-Schuster! How did he do that from 26 out?
Oh, man, what body control, Billy. And that ball was thrown up, and JuJu went up and got it. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And now the Steelers are ahead by 2.
Welcome back to 5-Star Matchup presented by Steel City Blitz. If you dig our content, please subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Just what the doctor ordered. A bye week and an easy matchup at home against the winless Dolphins. Oh, god damn it. Bad decision and worst throw on the first attempt from Rudolph. Exactly how you don't want to start this game. Ensuing drive, nicely executed pick play by the Dolphins to capitalize and get on the board. Hey, what can you do? Anytime an NFL team has to go less than 30 yards, it's hard to stop them. Next series, let's get that run going with a little classic I formation with Rosie Nix. Connor sneaks through the line for his biggest gainer of the season. He was cooking against the Finns. I know this play got overturned, and it wasn't a great throw by any means, but it did look to me like James Washington actually had a chance to make this play. Lucky break regardless. As great as the defense played for much of this game, they still had a couple issues, namely giving up 3rd and longs. You can't be giving up multiple 3rd and 10 pluses against the Dolphins, it's just not acceptable. In my opinion, they're often too conservative on the pass rush in these situations. Steelers have good coverage players now. Let them do their jobs. Horrendous tackling in the red zone here. This guy gets it. Bush, Barron, Nelson, and Edmonds all unable to make the play. Gotta give Miami credit for putting a drive together. Just as we predicted, 14-0 Dolphins. Here's where the Steelers started to turn the tide just a little bit. Another big gainer for Connor behind Rosie. Nicely done. Anyone else notice how often Holton was in the game on running plays? They must really like him as a blocker. Here's a play Rudolph's got to make. He struggled a bit with the depth on his throws, and here he misses short to JuJu. If he puts this out in front, it's an easy score. Gotta make the play. Mason under pressure again, and makes a great play to get rid of it to Connor with defenders draped all over him. Nice play, but an early story in this game was that the offensive line was having trouble protecting. On this next play, Dolphins rush comes and gets the strip sack on Rudolph. Not necessarily bad protection, but it's easy to see why Rudolph was probably feeling the heat early on in this game. Still, even with the negatives, you gotta love Rudolph's ability to overcome adversity. 2 series later, a 3rd down at their own 4, still down 14-0. Mason stands in and confidently makes the throw to Diontae Johnson for the first down. By the way, don't forget, I've been praising 18 since week 1, just saying. I think there's going to be a lot of teams sorry they didn't draft that guy. Back to the run here, which continued to work well. I know it's the Dolphins, but the Steelers have struggled so mightily to run that I have to take this performance as a positive. This was, I thought, Rudolph's best throw of the day. He drops it in perfectly between the corner and safety, and JuJu goes and does number 1 receiver type things and makes a nice catch. Well done. Rudolph was particularly good on 3rd downs and should have had another conversion here, but unfortunately Johnson slips and can't make the catch. Steelers at least get on the board finally, 14-3. Now, I'm not a conspiracy person. That's a lie, I'm totally a conspiracy person. But were the Dolphins trying to lose this game? The decision to be aggressive and throw before the end of the first half, while they were in the midst of their best half of the season, with an interception-prone quarterback in Ryan Fitzpatrick, turned out to be a pretty ill-advised thought. Great play by Minkah to capitalize on the tip ball, but real questionable decision by the Dolphins. Ensuing drive. Rudolph makes another nice throw, and Diontae pulls in a great catch inside the 5, but gets called for a joke of a pass interference. I don't and won't understand having replay on things like this if you're not going to overturn plays that look like this. I'm glad it didn't end up changing the game, but this was, in my opinion, terrible. Remember when I asked if the Dolphins were trying to lose this game? Can we talk about this play? I get wanting to bring some pressure, but it's 3rd and 20. Wouldn't you be willing to bet that the Steelers would have been happy to play for 10 or 15 yards and a field goal attempt? Instead, Miami brings 8. Mason dumps it off, and a couple great blocks later, Diontae is in the end zone. Steelers go into the half 14-10, and this game is officially changed. I was absolutely irate at Tomlin for kicking this 54-yarder. I hate that it ruined Boswell's perfect year, and I hate that it gave them a short field. But then again, I guess you have to consider your opponent. Fitzpatrick throws up a classic arm punt, which Minkah probably should have just dropped, but hey, I love these turnover statistics, so I'm not mad. It's really great to have a center fielder back there for the first time in seemingly forever. Obviously, he won't say it, but you've got to imagine the 2 picks against his former team had to feel pretty great. This was the drive that won the game, in my opinion. From his own 6, Rudolph makes a nice throw to JuJu to get out of the hole. Really nice to see JuJu finally have a game. Another underthrow here by Mason. You can see he puts great loft on his balls. You can see he puts great loft on the ball, which I think is actually an asset for him. He just, again, misses on the depth a little bit. I think the early pressure in this game had him just slightly fearful of stepping into his throws. He has to clean that up for sure. I love the guts on this play. 2nd and 20 and a cornerback coming full throttle in a blitz. Rudolph stands in and delivers to Washington for the first down. Not easy to do with that guy coming that fast. Encouraging. Back to the run game with Connor, who again finds space. I know it's the Dolphins, but I thought he really showed some great vision in this one, and I really think he's developing into a more savvy player in his 3rd year. Another 3rd down conversion by Rudolph, who, like I said, was excellent on 3rd downs. Finally, Rudolph throws up a 50-50 ball to his number 1 receiver, who goes and makes a play for his team. I don't care who you're playing, snatching a ball out of a DB's hands is money. Great play by JuJu, and love the guts by Mason. Don't have much to say about this 4th down play, just have to cover it because Tomlin somehow, miraculously, won a challenge. I guess sometimes the football gods smile down on ya. Connor keeps his night going and scores from 9 out to put the Steelers up 24-14 and most likely lock this one down. Again, the one knock on this D, another 3rd and forever converted. You just can't have these against good teams. Luckily, the Dolphins are not a good team. Great open field play by Mike Hilton to knock the ball out, and really great effort by Nelson to recover. He had to come a long way and he got there. Hilton is just an electric football player. I'm not even sure he's a great corner, but he's definitely a great football player. Overall, was it perfect from start to finish? Hell no. Was it entertaining? Without a doubt. A win is a win, and man, I think a 14-point comeback probably did more for Rudolph's development than a 34-7 blowout would have anyway. This team is so incredibly weird this year, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying it. Tough stretch coming up here, but man, the path is there. Let's go get it.
Here's the snap. He's back. Big rush. He's hit, and he's sacked back near the 20-yard line. And the ball came out. TJ Watt comes up with it on the sack by the Steelers and the strip and the recovery.
TJ stole the ball from Ryan Fitzpatrick.